Grayscale and VanEck have both filed updated registration statements for spot BNB ETFs, marking a significant development in the institutional adoption of Binance Coin. These filings, submitted on May 16, add new momentum to BNB as traders and investors closely watch a key price level around $690. Grayscale filed Amendment Number 2 for a spot BNB ETF designed for Nasdaq listing under the ticker GBNB. VanEck followed with Amendment Number 5 for its own product under the ticker VBNB. Both products aim to give investors direct exposure to BNB through traditional brokerage accounts. Neither filing includes staking features at launch, but each trust will hold BNB directly under Nasdaq commodity-based trust rules. This structure mirrors earlier Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF frameworks already approved in the United States. The filings come amid growing interest in crypto investment products and increased regulatory scrutiny. Market observers are noting that BNB faces unique regulatory questions compared to earlier crypto approvals. Previous SEC actions have suggested that Binance Coin may fit a securities classification, which could complicate the approval process for these ETFs. Despite these regulatory uncertainties, momentum in the ETF market continues to build. Institutional interest in crypto has been on the rise, and the BNB ETF filings are a direct reflection of that trend. The market is now watching closely for regulatory responses and any. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Signs of approval or rejection from U.S. regulators. ETF analyst James Seifert has pointed out that regulators are conducting a careful review of the BNB ETF proposals. He highlighted the complexity of classifying BNB under current legal frameworks, especially given the SEC's past actions against Binance and its native token. This uncertainty adds a layer of risk for investors who are watching the ETF process closely. At the same time, BNB's price is approaching a key resistance level of $690. Technical indicators suggest a potential breakout towards $700, which could signal stronger institutional demand and market confidence in the token. Network activity and momentum signals are also showing signs of strength, indicating that BNB is gaining traction among both retail and institutional investors. The ETF filings are expected to increase visibility for BNB in traditional financial markets, potentially attracting a broader investor base. However, the success of these ETFs will depend on regulatory outcomes and market conditions. If approved, the ETFs could serve as a gateway for traditional investors to access BNB without directly purchasing or holding the token. This could lead to increased liquidity and price stability for BNB, especially if the ETFs gain approval and begin trading on Nasdaq. The market is now watching for the next signal, whether regulators will greenlight the ETFs and how the price will respond to the regulatory developments. In the meantime, BNB remains in focus as a key player in the evolving crypto ETF landscape. The mechanism of these ETFs is designed to function similarly to Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, where the underlying asset is held in trust and traded on a stock exchange. This model offers a familiar structure for traditional investors while providing exposure to crypto assets like BNB. The stakes are high for both the companies filing the ETFs and the broader market. If approved, the ETFs could signal a major shift in how institutional investors approach crypto, opening the door for more products and broader market participation. On the flip side, most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Any regulatory rejection could slow down or even halt the momentum currently building around BNB. Traders are also watching closely for the next signal from the market, whether BNB can break through the $690 resistance level and confirm the bullish trend. If the price does move past this level, it could reinforce the narrative that institutional interest is translating into stronger demand and higher valuations for BNB. The next steps will depend on how regulators respond and how the market reacts to those responses. For now, the BNB ETF filings are a clear indication that institutional interest in crypto is expanding, and BNB is at the center of it.